Okay, July 20th through the 24th, let's get your weekly read. What I am getting is boundaries and breakthroughs. Specifically, they referenced an air hockey game. So I sat with that for a while. Basically, it is a fast paced game, it can be, but there are ways to have boundaries so that you don't like get scored upon, but also finding the right maneuver moment to like make break for throughs. Air hockey, if that resonates with you, take it, but boundaries and breakthroughs. Monday, I'm hearing don't put all your eggs in one basket and kind of the spread the wealth energy. This could be related to home, finances, sharing space with someone, whether that's at work or otherwise. But don't put all your eggs in one basket. So, in essence, you're not going to take one singular thing and risk all of your energy, money, potential on one success or one failure. So, like if you're looking for a job, you're not going to apply to one job, right? And then sit and wait for that one success or failure, not failure, but like loss of success or not successful. You are going to, diversify. You're going to apply to 100 different places. And, like that's the idea here. 1, 2, 3 on my timer. Tuesday. A lot of yellow coming through. With the breakthroughs, I really feel like that's going to be tied to confidence. Ooh, man, this card is coming through a lot. This is the boundary day. So there may have been something that's been like a catalyst to some conflict. Today, it feels like that conflict comes back up. And there is this push-pull energy of like, you didn't do it. You didn't give. No, you didn't give. It's like this back and forth, like he said, she said, energy, but it's super conflicting and people are taking actions. Maybe it feels like they're taking actions against you or towards you or something like that. So holding your boundaries firm, and holding your boundary, remember, is not like, don't talk to me like that. Holding your boundary is, if you speak to me that way, I'm leaving. And then following through upon that if that person speaks poorly to you or whatever. Okay, so today is a holding a boundary day. It's one of those, I want to engage, but I don't want to take on the energy while I hold my boundary. So maybe that's your mantra today. I want to engage, but I don't want to hold on to the energy or take on the energy. Okay. Wednesday feels like a breakthrough day. Wednesday feels like a recognition and a realization of where maybe you've been burning the candlestick at both ends, and then also, holding a flame to the center. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're burning yourself out, your energy is low, wherever that has come up in your life. It feels like the recognition, this is a breakthrough of, oh, I may need to like pull back on that. Or this is like, maybe pull back on that and like, again, start spreading the wealth a little bit. Maybe you've been hyper focused on something for a while, and now it's decision time to, where are you going to put your energy now? And you're allowed to have like fantasies of what things look like for yourself and visualizations of what things look like for yourself, and start planting the seeds in the garden. You're not going to like, this does circle back to that Monday energy of breakthroughs where like if you're creating a garden, you're not just going to have all this soil and plant one seed, right? You're going to be planting multiple seeds so that you have, a success rate, a higher success rate of like plant growth. And that's exactly what this is here, is where am I going to spread my energy now? And you may even find a breakthrough in something that feels, you feel really compelled to, dive into next. And I guess like I'm kind of feeling another hyperfixation, but it doesn't feel more like a burnout situation. It feels more of a connecting, creative, relaxing connection. I don't know. I'm honestly hearing some of you might be picking up crocheting, so take it as a Thursday, I'm hearing harboring resentment. This feels like a boundary day. Could be also a breakthrough. Just depends on your situation, right? So today I'm really hearing like harboring resentment about something or things that have not worked out for you. Either you're harboring resentment towards somebody or a situation or a community or just your work, or even your education, whatever that looks like for you. But there is some sort of something keeping you anchored and stuck, even something that you keep circling back to that just won't leave your energy space. It's time to let it go a little bit, maybe a lot of it. What does that look like to let go of it? Talk to a trusted person about how you're feeling and what this is creating inside of you and externally in you, around you. You keep waiting for it to resolve, but the reason it won't resolve is because you won't acknowledge that you're holding on to it. Life will happen. It doesn't mean things are always happening to you. Your life is happening, right? There's this message here of, this is a tough message, and I'm going to say it as gently as possible, but there's this energy of victimhood. Where are you finding yourself feeling like a victim? But really, it's you may feel that way, but it actually is about resentment and unhealed wounds related to what is actually anchoring you. And it doesn't minimize what you've gone through, and it doesn't mean you haven't had a hard moment in this area of life. I am seeing that for some of you, this is now extending into physical ailments because the release is needed of this resentment. So whatever that looks like for you on Thursday. Friday is a big day of breakthrough. The card that came out first is the World card. Then it was the Six of Cups reversed, and then the Six of Wands upright. This is a day that feels really successful. It feels like a big breakthrough. They're circling back again to Monday. Monday's energy feels like it's going to trickle down and pour into the rest of the week. Because, like, remember how I was talking about don't put all your eggs in one basket for Monday's energy? It feels like, say you put your job application out, you're going to start hearing back by Friday about, interviews and, callbacks, whatever that looks like. Or if you've applied to different educational possibilities, like, you're going to start hearing some things back, and it's going to help you start guiding you in different directions and possibilities of what you can choose to do, right? I'm also hearing maybe some of you put in an offer for some homes. You're going to start hearing back, and a lot of these things are going to feel very successful. And the suggested advice is to stay present as much as you can. So maybe you don't get the position that you've been offered, applied for. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you didn't get the home that you were hoping to get. Maybe you didn't get into the school that you wanted to get. Maybe whatever. When you are given a no, it could be no for right now or no forever, but that means that was not aligned for you. That what is aligned for you is absolutely in your energy space and on its way to you. But the no needed to come first. So take it as it resonates, but yeah, boundaries and breakthroughs. Sign symbol synchronicity for the week. And before I get into that, all love readings are 20% off through the rest of Mercury retrograde. That is the 23rd, 24th. So hop over there if that's something you want. Anyway, for alignment, our sign symbol synchronicity is going to be nautilus shells. So you may see like a full shell, or like the ones where it's like half open or something like that, and you see the spiral on the inside. That's a nautilus shell. Okay. And then for the whoopsies, flying squirrels or sugar gliders. All right. Have a good week.